Today, we're going to unpack a single, ancient Pali word that, believe it or not, holds the key to your entire world of experience. Seriously. It's a concept that maps out everything, from just seeing a color to the most profound states of consciousness. And it all starts with one question. Just think about that for a second. What if a single idea could frame every single thing you see, hear, feel, and even think? Well, that's the power of the word we're exploring today, ayatana. It's kind of like a blueprint for your reality.
All right, so to get started, let's just jump right in and get to the heart of what this term actually means. Okay, so at its core, ayatana means a sphere, a base, or a field. The best way to think about it is like an arena, a place where an event can actually happen. So it's not just a thing, but the domain where that thing can be known and experienced. This is the very foundation of our perception. Now, let's make this super practical. The most common way to get a handle on ayatana is through what the ancient texts call the six sense pieces. You can think of them as the doors through which our entire world just streams right in.
So the term for these six altogether is salayatana. That's the complete set of our internal faculties that make any experience possible. So what do you say? We open these doors one by one. First up, we have the sphere of the eye. Now, this isn't just your physical eyeball, but the entire capacity for sight, the whole field where visual stuff comes to life for you.
After that, we've got the sphere of the ear. You guessed it, this is the domain where sounds take shape and become real for us.
Then comes the sphere of the nose, that invisible realm where all the smells in the world are perceived. Next up is the sphere of the tongue, which is the foundation for every single experience of taste you've ever had. And then there's the sphere of the body. This is the whole field of touch and physical sensation, everything from the lightest breeze on your skin to the deep feeling of warmth. And finally, and listen, this one is absolutely crucial. We have the sphere of the mind. In this way of thinking, the mind is the sixth sense. It's the field where all our thoughts, ideas, memories, and emotions arise. Without it, the other five are just spitting out raw data with no meaning. So here's the key takeaway. Experience isn't just one thing happening. It actually requires a meeting. You need an internal sense space, like your eye, and an external object, like a shape or a color. When they meet, and there's a word for this, phassa, or contact, only then does consciousness of that sense arise. Suddenly, seeing happens, hearing happens, thinking happens. It's simple. No meeting, no experience. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. Ayatana isn't just limited to our internal senses. Nope, it expands outward to describe the very world we live and work in. The texts talk about puthu sipahayatani, which means the spheres of various crafts. I love this, because it beautifully shows that a field of skill, like your profession, is also an ayatana. It's a whole domain of expertise, a place where a particular kind of action and knowledge arises, whether you're an elephant driver or a baker. And for a powerful contrast, ayatana can also mean a physical place. Aranyayatanam is the sphere of the forest, and it's not just a location with trees, right? It's a domain that's defined by solitude, by nature, and by a whole certain kind of experience that's totally different from the busy sphere of human crafts. Okay, so we've journeyed from our own internal senses out to our skills in the world and even to our physical environment. So now we're going to turn back inward to explore the most subtle and profound meaning of ayatana, these vast, formless spheres of meditative consciousness. You see, in really deep meditation, the mind can enter states so refined, they're actually called formless ayatanas. These are entire realms of experience. A person can dwell in the sphere of infinite space, then move to the sphere of infinite consciousness, and beyond that, there's the sphere of nothingness, and finally, this incredibly subtle sphere of neither perception nor non-perception. Each one is a world all on its own. So, why? Why does any of this matter? From our senses to our skills to these deep mental states, why is mapping out our spheres of experience so important? Well, it's because the path to real well-being lies in how we relate to them. And this illustrates the choice we have perfectly. The texts say that when our six sense spheres are adanta and agutta, which means untamed and unguarded, they lead to suffering. But when they are sudanta and sugutta, well-trained and guarded, they lead directly to happiness. See? The spheres themselves aren't the problem. It's all about how we manage them.
And the whole point of this, ultimately, is something called anupada vimokho, which means liberation without clinging. It's about being able to see the sights, hear the sounds, think the thoughts, but without grasping at them, without being chained to them. It's freedom within all these fields of experience.
So, from the simplest little sensation to the deepest meditation, your entire reality is constructed within these spheres. They are the building blocks of your life. And that just leaves one final, really crucial question for you. What will you choose to build?